Good morning everyone, John Randall again. How you all doing? Hope you're all well. Hope you're having a lovely day. Well, it's an early start to the day. I didn't do a video yesterday. Obviously I think I did say it was my dad's birthday yesterday. Obviously my dad's been passed for 18 years now, and it was a moment for him really. I needed to sort of like deal with stuff and need a bit of time to process some things, and you know, we've got to do it. Sometimes need a little bit of time to appreciate the loved ones that ain't here no more and let it out. You know, we all need to do it. So yeah, I needed to do that, and I'm going to pop out in a minute. I've got a day off today, sort some stuff out and finally get some things done that I've been trying to sort out for a long time, and that'd be great. Get all this done. Sort myself out. So I'm going to talk about chapter 16 of the book. I think it's chapter 17 on the actual YouTube page, so it's a little promo bit. Obviously I wrote a book called It's Time to Open Up, Not Man Up. It's available on Amazon on hardback for £12 or free download on Kindle. Have a look, have a read, see what you think. I just discuss all different parts of men's mental health and break down every subject that I can in the most easiest and best form really. I think I made it pretty easy to read, pretty simple, but again I'm getting to the point. I've got a YouTube channel called It's Time to Open Up, Not Man Up. It's at John Randall 9053. I do probably 3 videos a week talking about chapters of the book and a general chit chat about men's mental health. Have a look, you know, like and subscribe, see what you think. You know, just get a little community going, have a little chat and get it out there, you know. That's what, also I'm on TikTok at RandallJ215 as well. Videos and that are all on there about mental health. Again, chapters of my book, promos for my book. I was on X and I got banned because I was talking about the British Army in my last video. Apparently I sort of went against the rules or something and I got banned. So, well, what can you do, eh? Mad, isn't it? So I'm going to talk about the mental health in sport, not just, you know, mainstream sport, but also, you know, for us, you know, when your kids are playing sport or us, you know, how it affects us, you know. You know, we're going to dive right into it. It's a place where we've all got our heroes and dreams are shattered and emotions run high. You know, amongst all the glory, adrenaline and the stress and everything else that goes with it, being a supporter and the people that are actually playing these sports, it's hard. But the other side of it is the mental health side of it. I don't know. I used to play Sunday football, and you know, I played football 7-a-side and 5-a-side. And even though, I mean, I'm from the East End, so you get used to a certain way of people talking to you and swearing at you, but you often wonder how much it actually impacts your mental health, the things that you say, and, you know, how we are. Yeah, you know, it's a making of who we are, but you don't wonder what the things you say, you know, some kids take that on the chin, you know, if you're calling them, you know, rubbish or whatever you're saying to them, do you know what I mean? It must hurt, it does hurt. And then, like, you know, like, don't get me wrong, I love that bit of sport, I love all the banter, and you know, it is a good part of it, and you do learn from that football thing if you can take it or not. It is really hard for some, and you know, for us as a sport, it's a camaraderie, you know, when we all get round each other watching the sport, the football, cricket, boxing, whatever it might be, we're all round each other screaming and shouting at the telly. I love all that, I'm just like anyone else. But whether you're cheering your favourite team or whatever, you're lacing up your boots to have a go yourself or play with your mates, you know, that spirit of competition is healthy. But the dark side of it is if you don't perform, and you know, if you are a professional, you relentlessly under that pressure to, you know, that pursuit for perfection, be great, be brilliant, and all athletes have got it, you know, we've got to constantly live up to it, and our supporters, me included, we give you a bit of grief, we go after, we paid our money or whatever else, and we support the team or wherever the person might be. But you often wonder the weekend when someone misses a penalty or someone gets knocked out in boxing or whatever it is, what sport they're struggling, what it actually is going on, because there must be a lot of battles. They must have battles with like depression, anxiety behind closed doors, because some people it's bloody hard. It must be really difficult, and you know, it must be something you go home with, and you must live with some people, especially a younger person who's just got into it. It must. That's why they got our respect, because obviously you've got to be mentally strong to go into these things to be professional. But it's got its downfalls and it is hard. And there are a lot of athletes that have spoken out about their own struggles. I think, like, for me, I'm a big fan of Paul Merson. I love I think he's hilarious, great footballer, but I love when he came out and spoke about the addiction thing and all that. For me, showed another side to it, how easy it is to get down all the money they earn and how easy it is to go down that dark path, This is where it all leads to, all this grief and shouting at them, and they're all going for their own stuff. They're still human at the end of the day, And we look at the grief our young boys got in the Euros when they missed the penalties. Or because they were black. What's that all about? They're our boys. It don't matter what colour you are, they're our country. I was disgusted with that, I couldn't believe it. All that grief. Why? Because of the colour of their skin. It's fucking disgusting. I can't stand things like that, They got up to take a penalty. They got up for our country. Could I go and take a penalty in front of millions of people? Of course I fucking couldn't. Am I going to go at someone because of the colour of their skin? Of course I ain't. And that's, again, like I said, that's another subject I'll talk about later on, like the racism side of things, because I have got friends that, I'm quite lucky that I've brought up around a mixture of friends, and they're my best friends, and we all come from different cultures. So we kind of understood each other, But I don't proclaim to know everything, I don't, but I know it affected some of their families and stuff, and that's something I'll talk about later on, but I'm just saying, like, all that, it's just not on, is it really? Like, I think the people who come out like Paul Merson spoke about his addiction and his mental health issues and what it caused, and when we watch our kids playing football, yeah, look, you're going to protect them, you're going to have a go at someone who tackles them or hurts them, that's part, but you just need to think what you're saying sometimes, because sometimes it does hurt them kids, You say you want to toughen them up, yeah, you can be tough, but it's like I said to you, it's got to be both sides, it's got to be tough, and you also got to be allowed to be human, you're allowed to have feelings, and, you've got to embrace all these people that play football for us and play all these sports for us, for our country, and we love watching it, it's our entertainment. So I have a go at them, call them names. Yeah, if there's the other side, you can say certain stuff. Of course, it happened. It's part of the game, part of the football. But when you start bordering on getting nasty and with racism and other things, I just think that's fucking disgusting. Like, it's just, you don't know what that does to someone, or calling someone all these names, and they've all got their own issues. You know what I mean? It's not right, and it ain't great. And I don't. You know what I mean? I don't like it. And it does affect you mentally. I mean, I used to get a lot of grief myself, like. So-called ginger and all that stuff. It doesn't sound like much, it didn't really bother me because I'm not ginger. It's Moroccan sunset. That's the colour I'm going for anyway. But little things like that, I mean, it's banter, yeah, I like it. It doesn't bother you. I mean, some people it don't bother, but this, I said to you, you've got to be careful what you say. It's alright having that bit of fun, I get it, and boys will be boys and men will be men, we all tease each other, and that's fine. But also, always remember though, when the line is, not to go too far with someone. For me, I had a privilege of like growing up with people with different backgrounds and stuff like that, and watching all different sports, and yeah, I've heard things that weren't right, and it wasn't nice, but I was never made to hate people or not like people for them reasons. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. I'll go into that chapter a bit later on. That's something else, but it's only a brief one about the sport part. But it's about sport's supposed to be great. Let's enjoy it, but remember, there's still people. And even when we're playing on our own little games, yeah, we have banter. I mean, I used to have a go at people and probably say things in the heat of a moment, but, just remember where the line is. It does hurt people, it does upset people, and it can be difficult. And then for men, banter's got to be there, of course it has. That's how we all have got our friendships and all that, but you just got to remember where you're going with it, Especially with your friends. If you've got a friend who is a little bit more sensitive and all that, yeah, you've always got one. Just read the room. Don't make that person feel any less, Yeah, if you feel like it's annoying them, yeah, stop it. That's something about the boundaries for yourself as well. We've all got a mate who goes too far. We've always got a mate who's got no tact. That's the whole point of having mates. They're all different. It's just being honest with each other and telling each other, look, I don't like that. Don't do that. Do you know what I mean? So that's that. That's a brief one. The next two, they're very brief because they're things I don't say I don't know about. I mean, I love sport. I played a lot of sport, but in terms of, like I said, if you want to look at Paul Merson, he done a thing about addiction not long ago, a programme. You watch it, it's really interesting. I mean, I found it quite insightful and it was quite upsetting to watch. But again, he opened up, didn't he? That's what it's all about. Opening all up and letting us all know that these things are there. We're all in it together. So yeah, that's that one. I'm getting ready to go out now, sort out my stuff, got lots to deal with. see my son, see a couple of my friends, and then got to sort something out that's been going on for a long while. I can finally get it done, and I'll be starting talking in the coming months about that part. But I feel very liberated now, and I feel very happy. I feel like a bit more like myself. So that's what's important. It's doing this and being allowed to open up and speak about things has done a lot for me. I mean, I got in a lot of trouble actually for the actual previous chapter talking about the British Army. Now, I don't care what I said because I said the truth. Like, you know, I'm not going to talk about something I don't 100% know about, but I've met people in groups and the things, and I am very passionate about our country. Much as it's kind of falling to bits, as we all know, I'm still very loyal. I'm definitely loyal to the British Army. So at the end of the day, I was just making a point that they don't get paid a lot. NHS don't get paid a lot. And I was just moaning about the British government. Who gives a shit? And I could get banned on X is stupid. Like, you know, it's a place where you're supposed to have your views, isn't it? So I don't know. I've not said nothing horrible. I just said the truth. Mental health is a massive, massive thing, especially in men. And I can imagine, especially in the army, it's something that needs to be addressed and dealt with. Just like in sport. Just like, you know, all the racial factors that I spoke about. All these things have got to be dealt with properly. But you're not allowed to talk about it so much. Even though you try to, you still get kind of, I don't know, stopped in some sort of way. You know what I mean? So, but I'll go on to the next chapter. That'll be chapter 17 I'll be going into next. That will be talking about like racism and ethnic factors in mental health. Again, I'm not an expert. I'm just going by the friends and the groups that I've been in, and you know, a lot of it has played into what they told me. You know, it is upsetting to think. You know, sometimes you don't actually realise how much damage it causes. You know, so I'll talk about that probably Friday night. Upload this one now, and then I'll come back and speak to you. I'll do another poem at some point as well, but I've got a busy day today. But I thought I'd get this video done. This is about talking about mental health in sport and just in general. Just think before you start abusing and shouting, you know. Anyway, have a lovely day, people. Again, thanks for supporting me. I got big support from the last video. I mean, nearly 300 views, and that's like quite good for me for a small little platform. So I'm over the moon about that, and I hope I'll carry on getting the support. So again, like and subscribe. It's called It's Time to Open Up, Not Man Up, at John Randall 9053 on YouTube. On TikTok, I'm at RandallJ215. Follow me, I'll follow you back. And again, just like the videos and just start getting the messages out there, okay? Alright people, have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you soon. Right, bye.